Hey everyone, welcome back to Fluent by Stories. If you're new here, I'm Andrew, and this channel is all about helping you speak English naturally through stories, real-life conversations, and practical tips. Today, we're talking about how to stop pausing too much when speaking English. Do you ever feel like your words just won't come out fast enough? Or that you stop too often while thinking of the right words? Don't worry. You're not alone. Many English learners have this problem. But today, I'm going to share simple and practical techniques to help you speak more fluently and with confidence. By the end of this video, you'll know why we pause so much when speaking English and how to fix it with easy exercises that you can start practicing today. Let's get started. Part 1. Why do people pause when speaking English? Before we talk about how to fix the problem, let's first understand why we pause so much when speaking English. Here are 4 main reasons. 1. Lack of confidence. Many learners feel nervous about making mistakes. They keep thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if people don't understand me? This fear makes them stop and hesitate. Example, imagine you're in a conversation with a native speaker. You want to say something, but then you start overthinking. Is this the right word? Should I use past tense here? By the time you decide, the conversation has already moved on. 2. Vocabulary gaps. Sometimes we pause because we don't know the right word. Our brain stops to search for it, which makes our speech sound unnatural. Example, you want to say refrigerator, but you forget the word. Instead of explaining, you freeze and stop talking. This happens a lot when we lack vocabulary. If you forget a word like refrigerator while speaking, don't stop. Keep talking by describing or using simpler words. Here are some strategies. Describe the word, paraphrasing. Instead of pausing, explain what you mean in a different way. Example, I put the milk in the cold machine in the kitchen. We keep food fresh inside the big cold box. Even if you don't remember refrigerator, the listener will understand. Use gestures or sounds. Native speakers often use hand gestures or sounds to help describe things. Example, the thing that goes brrrr and keeps food cold. Make a cold gesture. This is natural and common in conversations. Use a similar word, synonyms. If you forget the exact word, use a similar word or a more general one. Example, I put the food in the kitchen cupboard that keeps it cold. It's like a freezer, but not as cold. Ask the listener for help. It's okay to ask for a word when speaking. Example, what do you call that thing in the kitchen that keeps food cold? I forgot the word, but it's where you store fruits and vegetables to keep them fresh. Native speakers do this too. Just keep going. Even if you don't say the exact word, the key is to continue speaking. Native speakers will understand from context. Example, instead of freezing, say, I need to put this in the cold storage in the kitchen. I bought some ice cream, so I have to put it in that thing that keeps it cold. 3. Overthinking and translating. Many learners think in their native language first, then try to translate into English. This takes extra time and creates long pauses. Example, you think in your native language, then you pause, try to translate, and finally say, today. The weather is beautiful. This hesitation makes speech slow. 4. Nervousness and pressure when speaking to native speakers or in important situations. Many learners freeze and forget even the words they do know. Example, you practice English at home, but when someone asks you a question in real life, you suddenly go blank. Your brain is too nervous to find words quickly. These are the main reasons we pause a lot. But don't worry. Now that we understand the problem, let's fix it. Part 2. How to reduce pauses and speak fluently. Here are 4 powerful techniques to help you speak smoothly and reduce hesitation. 1. Think in English instead of translating. Train your brain to think directly in English. Exercise. Describe what you see around you in simple English. The sun is shining. The birds are flying. I see a red car. The more you do this, the faster your brain will process English naturally. 2. Use filler words. Native speakers use fillers like well, you know, actually, so, and I mean to keep the conversation flowing. Example, instead of staying silent, say, well, I think it's a good idea. You know, I really like that movie. 3. Shadowing. Shadowing is when you listen to native speakers and repeat what they say immediately. This trains your brain to respond faster. Exercise. Pick a YouTube video or podcast, play a sentence, pause, and repeat it exactly the same way. Do this every day. 4. Don't aim for perfection. Fluency is not about speaking perfectly. It's about keeping the flow. Example, if you forget the word refrigerator, say, the machine that keeps food cold. Keep going instead of stopping. Part 3. How to train your brain for faster speech. To speak fluently, you need to train your brain to think and respond quickly. Here's how. 1. Learn phrases, not just words. Instead of learning individual words, memorize common phrases. Example, instead of learning opinion, learn in my opinion. Instead of because, learn that's because. 2. Listen actively. The more English you listen to, the faster your brain processes it. Exercise. Try to predict what the speaker will say next in a podcast or TV show. 3. Anticipate conversations. When talking to someone, try to guess their next words before they say them. Example, if someone says, my favorite food is, your brain should already be thinking about possible answers. Pizza, sushi, burgers. 4. Imitate native speakers. Find a speaker you like and copy their speed, rhythm, and pronunciation. Exercise. Choose a TV show, pick a character, and try to speak like them. Part 4. Practical exercises to speak fluently. Now, let's do some exercises to train your fluency. 1. The 1-minute speaking challenge. Pick a topic and speak for 1 full minute without stopping. Example topics: my daily routine, my dream job, my favorite place. 2. Story retelling. Listen to a short story or watch a video, then retell it in your own words. Example, watch a cartoon episode, then explain what happened in English. 3. Speed conversations. Have a fast conversation with a friend or talk to yourself. Exercise. Set a 2-minute timer and talk nonstop. 4. Use speech-to-text apps. Speak into your phone and see if it correctly transcribes your words. Example apps: Google Voice Typing, Otter.ai. Part 5. Mindset shifts to build confidence. Fluency isn't just about techniques. It's also about mindset. Here are 3 important mindset shifts. 1. Mistakes help you learn. Even native speakers make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make errors. 2. Focus on communication, not perfection. Your goal is to express ideas, not to sound like a textbook. 3. Speak with confidence. If you speak with energy and a smile, people will focus on what you say, not your small mistakes. Wow, we covered a lot today. Let's do a quick recap. We talked about why people pause when speaking. We learned techniques to reduce pauses, like thinking in English and shadowing. We practiced exercises to improve fluency. And we learned that confidence is key to speaking naturally. Now it's your turn. Pick one technique from this video and practice it this week. Let me know in the comments. What is your biggest challenge when speaking English? If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. See you in the next video.